If you and your spouse have both built successful careers, you're probably getting Social Security advice designed for a world where only one of you worked. And that outdated thinking could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. I recently met with a couple in their 60s, let's call them Roger and Meredith, who had done everything right. $2.4 million saved, nearly paid off home, 2 strong Social Security benefits coming. They asked me the question I hear constantly: should we just claim at 62 and let our investments keep growing? It sounds logical, but for dual high earners like them, it's actually the most expensive mistake you can make. I'm Rosanna Queenan, chartered financial analyst and founder of QueenVest. I've spent the last decade helping successful professionals navigate the one part of retirement that's changed dramatically, but where the advice hasn't caught up. So here is what's changed. When Social Security launched, most households had one breadwinner. The system was designed around that, with spousal benefits to support the lower earning or non-working spouse. But today, over 90% of women approaching retirement will qualify for benefits based on their own earnings, not as a spouse. And that's Roger and Meredith. Roger, age 61, worked in finance, steady, methodical career. He's benefited full retirement age, $3,400 a month. Meredith, who is 60, spent her career in biotech. She took more risk, she leaned into growth, and built a bigger 401k. Her Social Security benefit, $2,800 a month. Here is the problem. Because Meredith earns so much, she gets zero spousal benefit boost. They both are standing on their own records. And that changes everything about how they should claim. The old playbook says, a higher earner delays, lower earner claims early. But when both spouses have strong benefits, that logic falls apart. You need a completely different strategy, one that accounts for survivor benefits, taxes, required minimum distributions, and how your portfolio actually gets drawn down. Roger told me, "We've done well. We don't need Social Security to retire. Might as well take it early, get something out of it, maybe reinvest it while our portfolio grows." I hear this constantly from high earners, and I get it. It feels smart. But here is what the decision would have actually cost them. Permanently reduced benefits for both of them. A $180,000 hit to Meredith's survivor income if Roger passed away first. Higher taxes because they'd be pulling from portfolios taking Social Security simultaneously. And ironically, more pressure on their investments later when RMDs kick in. The math doesn't work the way most people think. So here is what we did instead. First, we asked a different question. Not when should we claim, but what do we need this money to do? They wanted $120,000 per year to live well, travel the national parks, and support their kids and eventually grandkids occasionally. Social Security would eventually cover about half of that. The rest would come from their portfolio. So we designed a 5-step plan to help them make the right decisions. Step 1. Roger works 2 more years. He was already leaning that way. He enjoyed his work and wanted to finish on his terms. Those 2 years let them pay off the mortgage completely and gave us a strategic window. Step 2. Meredith works 2 more years after Roger. She'd just gotten a promotion she'd worked toward for years. Staying let her grow into that role, and it meant Roger could go on her health insurance until he hit Medicare at 65. Huge savings. But here is the real benefit. While Roger had almost no income during those years, we targeted Roth conversions to fill up their lowest tax brackets. Money we moved then will never be taxed again. Step 3. Strategic withdrawal sequencing. Once they both retired, we had them draw from their brokerage account first, lower capital gains rates, more tax efficiency. That preserved their 401k and created a second Roth conversion window before RMDs started. Step 4. Meredith claims at full retirement age at 67. This gave them guaranteed income to reduce portfolio pressure while still leaving room for one more final move. Step 5. Roger delays until 70. This was the game changer. Every year he waited, his benefit grew 8%. By 70, his monthly check jumped from $3,400 to over $4,200. But the bigger win? If Roger passes away first, Meredith steps into this benefit as the survivor. That extra $1,400 a month, $16,800 per year, compounds over what could be 20 plus years. That's over $300,000 in protected, inflation-adjusted income she wouldn't have otherwise. And because we sequenced everything, Roth conversions, brokerage withdrawals, delayed claiming, they're paying far less in taxes over their lifetime than they would have otherwise. By the time we finished, Roger and Meredith had something most retirees navigate: certainty. They knew exactly what income would hit their account every month. They knew their plan would work if one of them passed away early. They knew they'd done everything possible to protect each other and leave a legacy for their kids without sacrificing their lifestyle. But here is what they told me mattered most. We're not second-guessing anymore. We're not wondering if we missed something. We can finally enjoy what we built. That's what good planning does. It doesn't just optimize numbers. It gives you permission to live. Now, your situation isn't identical to Roger and Meredith's. Maybe your benefits are more uneven. Maybe one of you wants to retire sooner. Maybe you have a pension or rental income or a business you're selling. But here is what I can tell you. If you're a dual, high-earning couple approaching retirement, the standard advice you're getting from Social Security calculators, from generalist advisors, even from well-meaning friends, is probably wrong. Because it's built for a world where one spouse worked and the other didn't, where survivor benefits were the main concern, where portfolio sizes were smaller and tax planning was simple. That's not your world. Your world has 2 careers, 2 benefit streams, 2 sets of tax considerations, larger portfolios that trigger RMDs and Medicare surcharges, complex decisions about Roth conversions, capital gains, harvesting, and estate planning, and a retirement that could last 30 plus years where one decision now ripples for decades. You need a strategy that accounts for all of it, and that's built specifically for you. So here is what I want to offer you. If you're in a similar position to Roger and Meredith, you've built a strong financial foundation, but you're not sure how to coordinate Social Security with everything else. I want to create a custom Social Security and income strategy video just for you. Here is how it works. You click the link below and answer 8 quick questions about your situation: ages, estimated benefits, savings, goals. That takes about 90 seconds. Within 48 hours, we will contact you to set up a time for a personalized meeting showing your protected Social Security income under different claiming scenarios, how each option impacts your taxes, portfolio withdrawals, and survivor protection, exactly when each of you should file to maximize lifetime income, the specific next steps to implement your strategy. There is no cost for doing this, but I need to be upfront. Each one of these meetings takes my team 3 to 4 hours to build, so we can only create 20 appointments per month. This video is going to generate requests. If you want one of those spots, click the link below and complete the short questionnaire. You'll get clarity, you'll get a roadmap, and you'll finally know whether you're leaving money on the table or right on track. Click below to reserve your custom strategy meeting now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in your personalized meeting and in the next one here on the channel.